Hi, Life Path number 5s. Welcome to your collective reading for the rest of November 2021. This is a collective reading, so I remind you everything may or may not resonate. I simply ask that you take what does resonate and just leave the rest. If something does resonate with you, I ask you to please hit that subscribe button and that like button, as I am growing this channel, and that allows me to continue to put out readings and content for you all. If you're not sure of your life path number, I put a way to calculate it in the description box below. And finally, I am currently accepting personal readings, so if you are interested in booking one of those, the information will also be in the description box below. So I'm going to go ahead and see kind of what your current energy is, life path number 5s, and then see what guidance and messages Spirit and your ancestors have for you. I hope everyone is having a great November so far. All right. So we have Reverse Healer of the Ages, Reverse Thinking Woman. We also have, fifth chakra and adjacent possibilities. So life path number 5s, it feels like you all are being called right now. It's almost like Spirit is asking you to stop overthinking things. Some of you all have been overthinking things. I'm getting a lot of healing energy as well for a lot of you all. So some of you all are maybe in the doing some type of healing work, shadow work, or just working on just becoming a better person or just healing from something. But it almost feels like as you're trying to heal, you're being called to focus more on yourself, because I feel like for some of you all, you have a way of worrying about others or putting others ahead of yourself. And so Spirit is telling you to please take this time to focus on your healing. But it feels like a lot of you all have been doing this, but it's almost like it needs to be reiterated. And also you have to cut out some of the overthinking. This is almost a time that Spirit is asking you to please abandon kind of like the logical part of your mind for a time being, and almost embrace like the divine and the spiritual. Let's see what angel messages we have. We have raise your vibration, and we have joy and contentment. Yeah, it's definitely some type of spiritual growth that is happening that is tied into that healing. You're being called to raise your vibration, and that it feels like that's what you've been doing. But Spirit is saying again, don't allow any type of overthinking. Don't allow any outside forces to throw you off track or throw you off course from the path that you've started to kind of chart for yourself. And because it almost feels like you're trying to better yourself in some way, like you are growing on a lot of different levels. And again, that's really tied to kind of throwing away or putting on pause that logical mind, that kind of overthinking, and really just embracing the divine and embracing kind of like your spiritual journey. Now, with the fifth chakra card, this is all about self-expression and speaking your truth. And it feels like some of you all are really starting to do that more, or you're stepping into that energy. Because with the joy and contentment card, it's telling me that you are going to find a lot of happiness going forward as you do that more, as you speak up for yourself more. I think a lot of you all may have put like your true desires and wants on the back burner for a while, and it's almost like now you're starting to kind of consider those things again, especially with the adjacent possibilities card. It's almost like you're starting to figure out, okay, what makes me happy? What brings me joy? What do I truly like? Not what does somebody else want me to do, but what do I want for myself? And it's almost like you're on the right path now, especially tied up with that healing energy. It definitely feels like some type of just growth that you are experiencing or about to experience. I'm definitely getting that energy for a lot of you all. And Spirit is saying that you are on the right path. What you are doing is going to lead to a lot of joy and contentment. But again, consider those unexplored possibilities. Think about the things that you've been afraid to even think about because you were afraid that maybe it wouldn't work out, or you were just afraid to try it, but you really maybe wanted this thing. So start to consider those things again. And it feels like a lot of you all have been. So again, what you're doing or what you're thinking about doing is definitely going to put you on the right path. So just continue that. So I'm definitely getting like really great, just healing energy for a lot of you all. I'm going to see what messages and guidance Spirit has for the rest of this month. Okay, we have financial constraints, anxiety, It feels like at some point during this month, some of you all may have some fears about finances or about money. But Spirit is saying, please do not worry about that. We have Door to Spirit and Reverse Deceit. I'm going to pull a few of the angel cards. We have Sacred Plan and Vulnerability and Freedom. Yeah, and that's so funny because you all are natural freedom seekers. That's really one of your life purposes, is to really, obtain freedom, having fun, adventure. You really just want to live life. So especially with this vulnerability and freedom card, it's definitely showing that Spirit is asking you to please have faith and trust. Again, I'm feeling some type of spiritual growth or spiritual awakenings for some of you all, or it's almost like you're starting to trust more in what the eyes can't see, and you're starting to believe more and kind of putting some of that logical, logical mind on the back burner almost. So Spirit is definitely asking to have faith. It may be some point, some type of deceit may have happened in the past. I don't know if you were maybe had a broken heart, or someone you trusted lied to you, or just a situation in which you were deceived. And it feels like some type of fears may try to come back in during this time. Spirit is asking you to please have faith. Do not allow these fears and worry to come in and set you back, especially because you've come so far. And definitely with that anxiety card, I'm getting some type of worry about something during this month. But again, with the Door to Spirit and the vulnerability, that's about trusting in Spirit, having faith and trusting in what you can't see, and just believing that things are working out the way that they're supposed to. Now with this vulnerability and freedom card, it's just saying that there is strength in being vulnerable. Sometimes we feel like we need to kind of put up walls and kind of hide how we're feeling, or maybe even lying to ourselves. Like we're afraid of experiencing strong emotions, experiencing grief or pain, or even revisiting those type of feelings and emotions. So for some of you all, I am definitely seeing this metal wall going up. But Spirit is asking you to please, again, have faith and just know that it's okay to feel those emotions, because you're going to really free yourself and experience a breakthrough once you start to fully allow yourself to feel those feels, so to speak, and just allowing what happens to happen. Okay. Don't try to control things. So it's definitely freedom and vulnerability. And again, have that faith and just believe that any type of hurt or deceit is from the past. It's just that it's in the past. Don't allow that to come back in. Now, going back to the financial constraints and anxiety, I'm definitely getting some type of worry or fear with finance related things during this time. Just make sure that you are being careful with your finances. Make sure you're not spending too freely. Make sure you're spending your money on things that you really need, not just things that you want. And it's not saying to not have any enjoyment or just buying things to make you happy. It's not saying that, but it's just saying be careful over the next few weeks, because again, I'm seeing some type of worry around finances, and this card is really all about just being careful with your finances. So if you're looking into any type of investments or something that you're thinking about putting money in, just make sure that you are truly looking into it, and not just doing things because someone told you that they got a lot of money from it. You will too. Just be careful about that. And with Sacred Plan, if you are having worries about your finances, Spirit is just reminding you that, remember, everything is a part of the plan. Even though you may have some type of struggles right now at the present moment, just know that you are being set up for something greater. If you've been working towards something, maybe it's a business or some type of financial project, or it's a job opportunity that you really have been needing, and maybe it may not work out the way you wanted to, just know that your worry is not going to last forever. A lot of times we're worrying about things that hasn't even happened yet, and we're blocking blessings that are coming our way because we're so worried, or we're trying to control things. So again, just remember that what is happening now is a part of a sacred plan, and that it's going to work out exactly how it's going to. And any type of finance problems you may be having now are not going to last forever. So I'm going to pull a few more of the Spirit Oracle cards and see what else Spirit has for you. We have Angel of Balance, Goddess of the Moon. Let's see. We also have Second Chakra, Archangel Ariel, caring connections. And let's see what final messages the angels have for you. Holy love, romance and connection. Interesting. So this is not a love reading. This is a general reading, but I always say I share the message that Spirit gives to me. If you are currently seeking a romantic connection or seeking love, this is definitely going to be a good time for you to kind of just be open to any type of romantic connections that come your way, especially with these cards. So this is all about our sensuality, like our joy, and just how we connect with others, like our sacral chakra, paired with caring connections, which really bodes well for our partnership, and coupled with the romance and connection. This is a really great time. Even if you are in a relationship right now, Spirit is just saying that it could be some type of bigger commitment coming, or things are going to get more intense. And so really, like, don't be afraid of love during this time. Don't be afraid to open your heart up, especially if you have kind of been deceived in the past and you've kind of held back from it. This is just a good time for everyone, for all you life path number 5s, whether you are single or whether you are in a relationship. It just feels like this is just a great time to really open up your heart and really just explore whatever love connections that are coming in or that you already have. Okay. And with the Goddess of the Moon card, again, I'm definitely getting some type of like spiritual growth and heightened spiritual connection. Again, it's almost like you're starting to trust more in the universe and trust more into the things that you physically, the eye can't see. And so with the Goddess of the Moon is all about embracing your intuition and valuing your intuition. If you get gut feelings about something during this time, you need to trust it, okay? Because this is like a really, like, your intuition is really heightened during this time, okay, life path number 5s. And coupled with the holy love, which is just saying that you are divinely loved and protected and guided, even if you don't always have that self-love, or sometimes you struggle with thinking the most of yourself. This holy love is just reminding you that you are always loved and protected and guided, okay? Especially if you're making any type of decision during this time. Again, open your stuff up to getting guidance and messages from Spirit, because they are there to support you. And the Holy Love card also can mark heightened connection with Spirit. So again, I'm definitely getting like this really strong connection, or if you haven't been, it's almost like Spirit has been sending you signs and symbols and messages that maybe you have not been paying attention to. So definitely pay attention to them a lot more. And again, if you're getting like gut feelings during this time, trust that gut feeling. It could be maybe your gut tells you to take a different way home from work. Do it, okay? If your gut tells you and you really feel it, do it. Or it could be telling you not to make a certain investment, or maybe to make an investment. But it's definitely something that your intuition is going to be helping you on, or helping you with during this time. And Spirit is just telling you to please be aware, please be open. With the Angel of Balance, again, I take that as balancing the spiritual and the physical world, the material world and the divine. So really use this time to make sure that you are taking care of all parts of yourself. So again, making sure you're taking care of your physical stuff as well as your spiritual stuff, and you're watering your garden. That's really important. And I don't know if some of you all struggle with finding that balance. So maybe you spend too much time at work and not enough time playing or having fun, or maybe you don't spend enough time, meditating or just centering yourself and grounding yourself. Either way, you're being asked to really take this time during the rest of this month to do that, because it feels like some of you all have not been doing that as much as you should. And nothing's wrong with that. I know things happen and life can get busy, but you are really being called to bring in that balance, or just to kind of check and kind of survey where you may be, not devoting enough time. And that will be an important part of your healing journey as well, because you can feel, we can feel when certain parts of ourselves are not being tended to. We may not feel it logically, but deep down we can feel it. We may feel off. We may feel tired all the time. It could be different ways that it presents itself. And it could be just because you are not properly balancing every aspect of your life. But this definitely feels like balancing the physical and the spiritual. And for some reason, Spirit really wants you to hear this message. Okay, life path number 5s. So I hope this message is resonating with you so far. If it is, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and that like button. And thank you so much for joining me for your November reading. I'm going to see what final messages the ancestors have for you, life path number 5s. Okay. Re-energize your life. Find your voice. Wow. Yeah, you are really being called to kind of express yourself and speak up for yourself and really go after what you want. I'm definitely getting that energy, especially with, the throat chakra card that popped out for you all earlier. We have go after your goals. Begin writing now. Yeah, it's like you all are really being really called to do something, and I feel like you know what it is. I feel like some of you all may have an idea that really brings you joy, that you're passionate about, that's fulfilling, that you maybe have been making steps towards going after this goal, or you've been thinking about it, and Spirit is just saying this is the prime time to start doing that. Take action now. Go after your goals. Begin writing now. It's almost like a urgent call to start whatever it is that you're doing. I don't know what this thing is that Spirit wants you to start. It could be a business for some of you all. It could be a new relationship. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is definitely this energy of do it now. Do not wait any longer. If it's something that you feel like you have to take time to plan out, and you have plenty of time to plan and perfect things. Do it now, It's never a bad time to start anything. And you can always step back, reassess as you're doing it. But I feel like some of you all need to just start, or you're never going to start. And re-energize your life. It feels like once you do this thing that you're actually joyful about or passionate about, it feels like that's going to be a really big turning point in your life, or it's really going to help you get to the next level, especially if you've been feeling stuck wherever you are in life. It definitely feels like this is what you're going to need in order to move forward to the next level that you've really been wanting to get to. So overall, this is a really positive reading, life path number 5s. It feels like there's something you're being really called to do, and Spirit is urging to do it now. To just do it, and trust in Spirit, trust in the divine, because it feels like you are really starting to open yourself up to more than more than what's here in this physical and what's in the 3D. It's almost like you're opening yourself up to Spirit and to the divine. And once you do that, you can't go wrong. You won't fail. What you want, you will receive it. All right, life path number 5s. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in December.